Yes, I am Rick Martel, and you know, I have one advice to give you guys. Don't try this at home. You know, we're professionals, and leave it to us. So just watch it and enjoy it. Right here, that intensity that you have in your face expression is so important because it's all in the detail. Sometimes we get sloppy. We don't really focus on every little detail, every little move we make, but they are important. Just like in a movie, you see something, you're into the thing, and then all of a sudden, you see a couple of things that doesn't look right, and it turns you off. So that's what it is. So you have to be patient for the reaction. Sometimes guys want a reaction right away. If you don't get it, they panic. They try to do more moves, and you have to take your time to establish your story and take your time and build it up, and get the people to believe in what you're doing and get them hooked, to that storyline that you're gonna have, and that's called what we call crowd psychology. One of the best guys that I've worked with that had that, Jake the Snake. Here's a guy that always took his time and built it up and made sure that every move he made was believable and convincing. So the recipe for it is for a good match, it's like it goes into 5 parts, 5 segments. Okay? And it applies to, I'd say, 95% of the matches. If it's like you have an issue and coming back in a certain type of match, then maybe you change that recipe a little bit. But most of the time, you keep that and it'll work out. First, it's like the movie. You have a bad guy and a good guy, right? In the movies, same thing here with the baby face and the heel. So you start the match, you establish the baby face. That's get him over, get the people to like this guy or this girl or whatever, and to get behind them. So you start with get the baby face over, the first part. Second part is the heat. Time for the heel to get the heat. And the third part is the comeback of the baby face. And the fourth part is the false finishes. And the fifth is the finisher. We're going on. So I'll go into these different 5 different parts. The first one, where you get the baby face over. You have to have a few spots, really the high spots as we call them. And a lot of times it's good how you do that I like throughout my career is that you get a routine, like you can do body part, like arm routine, always work that arm, couple spots in the back of that arm, and work that arm. For instance, I'll just an example, your big face working on the heel and all that, and then turn back over, and then the heel goes to get you down, the face gets back on our arm, and maybe the heel stops him, slams him, go for an elbow, follow that arm again. Always working the back of an arm, so get that story work. First, gets back down and get that arm again. So you keep that up until you get to the second part. It's just the heat. Now here's the part you establish the baby face. Out wrestles the heel. And the heel established that, you can't beat this guy unless you cheat. And that's what pisses the people off. It's you have to do it this way, pull a hair or whatever, and you cheat. And that's what pisses people off. So you start making that. And you know, the heat is always, you try to always have that one spot, always have to have that one spot where you can stop the baby face, you know, where there's something where the baby face charges you and you sidestep him and you throw him outside, you know, the baby face needs that bump outside. And then I see guys, after maybe the baby face will have work on his arm or his head or his leg or something, they'll stop him, and then like nothing, you know, okay, you know, it's been working on your arm for 10 minutes, you know, and you're not even selling it. So the good thing is, again, it's detailed, it's important. People, you know, like I said, it's always about putting people into your story. You know, you stop the baby face and then you sell that arm, you know, and then boom, boom, you kick it and still that arm, you know, all the stuff like that that's important. And also in the heat, you have to, you know, the selling of a baby face is probably very, very important. Because that sets up the comeback. That sets up the heat is what you go get the people, the sympathy, you know, for the baby face. People, that's what's going to get you that reaction. You know, and for baby face, you know, it's important. There's a difference in selling and dying. You know, some guys will sell a baby face and all of a sudden he's like dead. You know, so people lose interest in him. People have to be behind that baby face to make that comeback, you know, to have hope. If they don't have hope behind that baby face, how can you get behind them? So how can you get a reaction? Impossible. So you have to take your time on that, and that's the heel's job to keep him alive. You know? And the heel, baby face, all these cells has to keep going. To show people that he's still there. There's still a chance that he may come back and eventually take over. So that's the second part. The third part is, you know, that comeback. The comeback now is what is the most important part of the comeback is the fire. You know, that demonstrate that fire. And that's when I was a baby face, I thought that was one of my strongest aspects as a comebacks. That fire, that's where that face expression and the body movements is very important. Intensity. Now, wow, you know, when people say, oh, now we're going to do some action. You know, hey, back and forth. So, and also, now's the time, you know, for a heel to take the bumps and stuff, you know. And also another thing that I saw, you know, throughout my career is guys sometimes worry about, I sold for 5 minutes and now I can't, you know, it doesn't matter. What matters at the end, you know, did you have a good reaction and people, did they enjoy it? That's what you know, when I was a heel of baby face, I didn't care if you know, the only thing that I cared was did I have the best match of the night? That's what the goal is. And for the false finishes, after the comeback, either the baby face or the heel, you know, I always had a way in mind in my comebacks, the way where the baby face stopped. Whether it was like out of the blue, you know, you turn for a drop kick, you go for a drop kick, and the heel, you know, boom, hooks the rope, and he's hanging on the rope there. Big face fall, you know, you fall on your back, and you sell it, and then you start going to finishes, false finishes. So the false finishes is, you know, the heel just stopped the baby face, and now on the false finishes, again, it's a build-up. You know, the first few false finishes, you know, you get that quick count, you know, and then as the false finishes build up, you get the closure count. 1, 2, oh man, and right up to where it's almost 3 and people are, oh my God, you know, and and that's how you really get that moment ready to go into the finish. And the finish is probably, like I said, the beginning and the end are the two most important parts. Like, again, like in the movie, people will remember always the last part. And the finish is simple. You win selling on the last, and you lose standing up full of energy. Whether it's a hero or whatever, it should always be like that. I see guys, because it doesn't mean anything other than, if you win and, you just kill the other guy, and that's it. You didn't accomplish anything. Like now, you can see that, I noticed yesterday, like the camera, there's a camera there, so you have to, it's important to realize that you're working for the camera and always realize that still is right there. So don't always have to go back to it. You have to work for the camera, so you can see your face and see, the face expression. If you don't look in the camera, then because the face expression is where you see the pain that you have and all that. You don't see that when, you don't care as much. And the body language is important. And again, you don't get sloppy. Each minute count. Like yesterday, I was watching, there's a guy, I can't remember which man, but, he's having a headlock, from behind him. The guy's ready to do a spot and just like, a little elbow like this, and when, just don't give 3 sloppy elbows, just give one good one, slowly and then boom, and each little move counts, so you focus and you make sure that, because sometimes you don't, I get to that sometimes, you want to go fast, but I remember Vince in the mid-90s had the meetings where he would say, hey look guys, slow down, less is more, because guys were worried so much about doing spots and stuff, that the basics, and Vince would always say, guys, slow down and make sure that every moment counts, So, and also another point that's very important, and probably the most important point, is that, you don't want to hurt the guy that you're working with, because, like now you guys have jobs, or, you want to have a career and all that. This other guy's giving you his body, so it's your duty to take care of his body. So, there's a move you're trying to make and you're not sure of it, don't do it. There's so much stuff that you can do, there's so much stuff that I'll give you an example, that when I finished my career at MBA, I had 2 kids in a matter of 6 months. That was all right, because I had a 25-year career, and that was the end of it and everything. But if I would have been a young guy in my second year in business, I would have been into my career, because the guys didn't pay attention of, the true rules and the ropes were didn't take care of my body, because that was the thing, being a professional, is that. If you get out of that ring and you didn't jeopardize the other guy's career, then it's great. That's the first part. If you hurt guys, then you're not a professional, you're an amateur. So anyway, so far, you guys have questions that you want to talk about? What's that? Okay. you have to follow up with the movements, you know, like I saw guys, they went into the corner, and, you know, they threw the guy just one step in front, the guy ran, you know, way across it, you know, it doesn't make sense, you know. When they threw the guy in the other corner, I remember like the guy like Bret Hart and these guys, I mean, you know, you come in and, you know, you run up to the middle of the ring, and then, wow, you throw him in, and then I saw again yesterday with stuff where, you know, let's say a movement where the guy's on the turnbuckle and the guy is supposed to charge and the guy's supposed to move. Well, so they got in the turnbuckle and he's not even starting to run. The guy's, you know, you look like an idiot, he's starting the turnbuckle, the guy's not even there, you know. So it has to be like, the timing of it is very important. Timing is of the essence, always, in everything you do. And so you know that, you know, you're going to move. So you have to wait until the last second. Wait for the guy to come towards you and just last second, you know, and boom, move last second, yeah, you know, it was good. So both of you guys would look like idiots, you know, like doing it. And, so that's very important. So again, unfortunately,
so you were saying keep it simple, and then you said, you know, there's 5 parts to the match.
yeah.
So, how many, I found the word to keep it simple was pre-per part. Okay, you know, if I do 3 moves, and a punch is a move, a clothesline move, a drop move, a kick out while right?
Yeah, it's a way of looking at it.
And I would try and keep it so I can do it.
No, you can't do it because again, the cross-eyed
Charles, get the ticket.
it's something that you carry counting moves, because it doesn't matter. I mean, you know, the 500 people are buying what you're doing, and let's go with it. You know, let's keep going with this. You know, people are having a good time. You know, and they're reacting to it. So let's do it. Let's go this way. You know, and that's what I like. Back in the earlier days, you know, that now hopefully I'll get back to it, but is that you didn't have everything, every little move structure, and everybody, you know, it's like, you know, more worried about the next move than you are worried about what you're doing now. It's simple, it's like in life. I mean, the present is what matters. If you worry too much about the future, the present will be zero, you know, the same thing in that way. If you worry too much about the next spot and what am I going to do, and you know, what you're doing now, you're not going to concentrate on it. So that's why, you know, you have to get back in what Vince was talking about. That was it. It's like, be in the moment and make sure that every present moment is done great, and every people take care of itself. So no, you know, it's like in tag team matches, you know. I remember, that's why Tito Santana and I and Tony Gurria, we had great chemistry, because, you know, like, I remember some guys were going to matches and, you know, one night, you know, the hero, you know, would be working and you do move, and all of a sudden people, whoa, you know, they really buy it, and then they're like, oh, well, it's not my turn to sell now, so am I going to tag the other guys his turn, you know, and us, you know, Tito and Tony and Maria, was like, hey, whoever's there and whatever happens, go with it, you know, even if I, you know, sold 3 or 4 times, you know, I don't care, you know, what I care about is that we have the greatest match, you know, so you know, a great attitude for that, and always been my attitude is that I don't care who stuff gets wet. I mean, that's not good, you know. It's like it goes over who does it, you know. I mean, the main thing are the people buying into your character, are they having a good time watching you? You know, that's what is going to get you over more than anything, you know. Any other questions?
Do you find it different now? Maybe this is more like, I remember back in the day when it was
disappointed because again, it's not as there's gray areas in that. You know, it's not like before, like John Wayne, where it's easy to tell that the bad guy was dressed in black, and this is dressed in white. I mean, it's easy, yeah, sure, it is hard, but it's still, but it's still doable. It's harder, but it's still doable. Because at the end of the day, even now, again, I always come back to that comparison with a movie, but still now people, will get behind a good person and will hate a bad person, yeah, it is more difficult, but it's, how can I explain that? It's something that we always, I don't care how many years, you'll be pulling for the good guy and, hoping he wins, So, any question?
Boy, come on.
Oh, okay, that's right.
Well, one of the things that one of the ways to do it, it's called for you guys shit.
Yeah.
If you worry about getting shit, you get the characters. I think with establishing the deal, because you shit, if you're not establishing the deal,
Yeah, because that's getting a good question, and I noticed that too. Guys, it's too bad because they're losing the point. I mean, they get lost in the crowd. They don't know what's going on. They go this way, and it's hard now to follow this and to get, because you have to get everybody in that room here in the same wavelength, So if you go one side, people can follow it pretty soon, and you can't get that reaction out. One reaction. There was a guy that I wrestled a lot back in the early 80s, a guy called King Curtis, he came back there, he was manager of Kamala against Hulk, he was a great guy. There's another guy, he didn't move a lot, he was a big 200-pounder, and he didn't do a lot of moves, but when he did something, man, yes, and he got same thing, because it's same as you point out, young guys, and that's what Vince was pissed off about, because guys were worried about they wanted to impress. They were more, they were thinking a lot more about impressing people by their moves than getting into the storyline, getting to the establishing, the story. Because moves at the end of the day, don't mean shit, It's like, again, it's like a movie. You go and you start explosions and boom, bing, boom, boom, boom. Very soon, it's all you see. And well, right. Now they blow up one building, two buildings. Now the next thing they have to do is build up a bigger building, and it doesn't mean shit at the end, So and it should be always reminded to these young guys that look, let's all take a breather here, and not hurry. So that's what it is. So before a match, like I said, just get with your guy, you have just a couple of spots lined up, that's all. And then you go through with this. And I remember that, again, I was just a young guy in Texas, I was 19, and I couldn't get away with this guy, John Torres, and there's a guy that didn't do much. He would come in, hey kid, people, the front row, they're into, oh my God, he's really good. He's really good. It's good. His eyes and the thing, it's like a punch, like I can have the greatest looking punch. Whoa, and we stretch back. If the guy that I delivered to, like this, the impact is not going to be the same, but if I go and boom, the guy that, then so you have to have that reaction. That's why it's great. It's like acting is what it is. You have to be generous in that sense. Generous in the fact that, that's why I like guys like Gene Garvin and because these guys, did something with them all. Because the way they sold it,
They never trying to look like cowards.
yeah, exactly. Because, that's what the point that you brought up earlier now, because guys sometimes, what matters is, look, some guys, they want to look cool. You want to be cool. That's not the objective. The object is to get that reaction. And, like you said, the guys are scared to look like cowards. Oh man, I want to be cool in there. Hey, that's then. That to me, that's not a professional. Because the goal here is to get that reaction and get that the whole thing. And if you worry about yourself, that's you got to accomplish nothing.
So remember this, guys, I'm saying it here. Big Brian Rich, not someone from Rick Martel, would really make this fun. Even Ray wasn't scared. One last one, and I want to actually call over Matt. You want to maybe talk to this boy, I want to bring over the rest.
Okay, that's important one too, because the riff, I'm glad you brought this point, because I was very, how do you do that? I forgot about that, it's so important, I should not, because, it still takes three to tango, because, referees are so important. I've worked with the referees because, again, I'm sorry, but I overlook that because it's of great importance. Thanks for bringing it up, yeah, because it is an important point. Because a referee in a way, the people are kind of looking at the referee for them, how they're going to react. Because the referee is your first echo of what you're doing. Because I remember the Hebners, Dave Hebner and all that, among other guys, great referees that I had the pleasure to work with. They would react to it. You do a spot, and and these guys are doing, this, no face and all that, and the people in front, you're looking at him and, this guy is not really scared or impressed, then why should I be impressed, But if the referee goes, he's into it, the face expression, he's into it, then people are going like, hey, man, this is it, it's happening, it's important. So the referee is so important, and every little move, sometimes, I see, a little sloppiness on that, sometimes the referee will, you'll be working with the face over in the ropes, the referee get in the middle, and the guy that, the heel, the babyface, that exchange with the referee right there, the referee goes, God damn it, get back there, that exchange between the two can make a big impact on what's going on. So the referee is important. It's a tough job because you're there all the time, and also the counts. The finishes. When you start going home, and you took the drama, and the guy. Like I said, the Heaveners were so great at this. then that's some of them that, you go there and, you're right in the middle of that heat that you get in there, Okay, now you go back to, it's like waiting for the bus, and then you can't go into it. So, thanks for bringing that up. Any other? Yeah, that's good. Overall, all the points that we talked about earlier, having a good time, wrestling is about passion and living that passion. And like I said, as soon as you come out of that, you're still there, you're in character and you enjoy it. And what's better, I don't know for you guys here is, and my friend here in the back here, you come out and had a great match and people got into it and you feel great and then the guys that you work with, you hug and say, oh, we did it, and great satisfaction. There's nothing better than after that to go ahead. It's good. So anyway, as far as the ring, if there's anything you'd like to, if you want to go in the ring, if there's anything you want me to work on, or
Hey guys, this is your invitation.
yeah, the five-step match is just to have a chance, when the two of you or the four of you before you go in, to agree on something, to have a direction. It's like a map of how to get there. Because if you get let's go to Florida, but you don't have highway 90, you don't know how you're going. So of course, before you leave, you say, okay, we're going to take highway 90, highway 95, Georgia Turnpike. So you know where you're going. You're not going to say, hey, look, we're going to get off at a certain exit to have lunch there. That you play by ear. Same thing with the 5 parts. You say, good, do this. This is first part. I'll establish a bit of it, and okay, then we'll do the high spots, and I'll stop you. I'll take my heat, and let me take my heat. Okay, then I'll go a spot to do your comeback. Then you'll come back, and then go and stop you. Go into false finishes, and then after that, let's go home. That's it. 5 steps. Everybody agree. We all know what we're doing. We all know where we're going. And what we're trying to accomplish, it's simple. Oh yeah, of course. The referee, him, as far as he's concerned, what he has is the finish. Him only needs to know the finish. The rest, he has to. He goes with the flow, That's why you have a referee that thinks on his feet, It's right there. And the rest, the video has to agree on okay, this is our math, this is how we're going to do it. The referee, like I said, is the first echo of what you're doing. If you're doing something and he doesn't react to it, if he's not impressed, or if you choke the guy crazy, and let's say I have a man here and I'm choking on behind the referee, then hey, come on now, God damn it, hey, stop this stuff, push, people are, you get into it, and you get that fucking pain, you gotta really have it, then people go, oh man, he's really doing something you shouldn't be doing, because the referee is really reacting to this stuff, you know? So that's why the referee is like, yeah, he's like the echo of let's say the front line of what's going on. If he doesn't react, why should he react? So that's it. You have to put life into this. If you don't put life into it, how can you expect the people to have it? You know, that's why every little thing, I mean, you don't get sloppy, you don't yeah, and the referee can make it hard to tell you. If you don't have a good ref, you know, I mean, time that you're on, you know, it's, you know, you're doing the false finish and it takes time to, you know, to come down and count. I mean, you know, you got some ref and then they'll die, man, wow, you know, it's fun to see these guys.
I don't know anybody like that. I don't know people.
Yeah, you know, so that's good. Yeah, and
I got perfect just like the fence.
yeah, you know, exactly, you know, you know, and also in the tag team, yesterday, you know, I was watching the tag, and the tag situation is sort of important because, again, the referee, you know, it's a difficult thing in the tag team because, you know, four guys controlling so much that depend on the referee's reaction is, you know, when you take the heat and the false tags and all that stuff, and man, you know, when you have a false tag, right, I mean, your partner's in trouble and you know that tag, you come in like you're going to make a save and the referee, no, get back there, you know, and like I said, the headbutt, man, we used to, we had fun, him and I, you know, especially Earl, because Dave started, you know, when he was referee in Trinidad, Earl and Dave, man, we used to, man, that false tag, I'd come in, you know, and you know me, that come in, get back there, you son of a bitch, come on, get back there, you know, this, I get, you know, and God damn it, son of a bitch, you know, fucking thing, and all the people are like, oh, fucking, fucking hot, you know, finally you get out, son of a bitch, you know, people are still, oh man, but you know, you gotta get back in the corner and, you know, it's not the same, you know, it's, that's,
when the guy makes the markers, also doing stuff.
yeah, and you know, there were some guys like in the tag team, remember like Fuji and you know, guys like that were great tag team. Because I enjoyed the tag teams a lot, also because you know, first of all, you're four to establish the story, so it's you have a lot more to work with, you know, a lot more to work with in a tag situation, and so it's a lot of fun because, you know, there comes a time where you know, when you do those high spots and everybody has a few ideas and you put them all together and you've got a lot of ingredients, more ingredients than in a single match. You know? And again, the referee, the tag match is so important, and it demands a lot of work. Sure, it demands a lot of work in the tag match because there's much more movements. And again, timing is of the essence always. You know, and like this great, probably one of the greatest innovator in our business, Buddy Rogers, you know. I mean, I remember I was in New York in the early 80s, and I saw Buddy one night we were doing a show in New York, and I saw this guy, and this is the guy that started in high spots and stuff, you know, in the 50s. This guy's starting spots. So I wanted to travel with him, you know. I said, hey, everybody, mine tomorrow, you know, to travel together, and I want to pick his brain, you know. And this guy, there was a thing, you know, and there was this thing, this is timing is everything. Timing is everything. If you don't have timing, forget it, you know. And, you know, it's like tag match, you know, the guy goes for a false finish. 1, 2, and boom, you know, going off at the last second, you know, you go one, and then the guy's already there, and, you know, it doesn't mean that the drama is not the same. And also, you know, and another thing also is important is not to put the heat on the referee. A lot of guys, they put their referee in the middle, you know, where the heat is on the referee. The referee looks like an idiot instead of you looking like you're smart, you know. That's a mistake that a lot of guys make, is that, you know, you have to do it in such a way, especially for the heels, and, you know, in such a way where people, when you make that false flag, they must say, that goddamn referee, what an idiot, or something. They say, these guys are cheaters, you know, they got away with it, you know, and so, because then, if the heat's on the referee, then, you know, when they come back, the big fish maybe come back on the referee, you know, they get in the box. So that's why you have to, and also another thing is that sometimes different matches like battle royals, or you know, you got different like battle royals. You know, there was a difficult in the way that sometimes in battle royal guys, you know, we all guilty that they had their joke or you know, grab the ass or whatever. But, you know, but you have to be careful, you know, because, you know, it's important because, you know, fans do see it, you know, that can kill it, you know, but idea like cage matches or pig fist match or different, those are all fun, you know, to do, and they require a different way of thinking, you know. It's like when I had Jake in WrestleMania 7 or 8 at the blindfold match, you know. We got a lot of fun out of it because it's a different challenge, and how to make the best of it, and how to have the greatest reaction, you know, with that. And that was a good challenge, and I remember I never had done one of them, and Jake had done a few, and so we had a dry run in West Palm Beach before, you know, and then you know, it's a little difficult. You could see, but it's not, you know, I wasn't that comfortable. But the reaction, the fun that we could, you know, play with it, and, you know, Jake through the crowd, and that was fun to do, you know. It was like that, creativity, you know, you could use a lot more, creativity side, you know, so that was fun. So different matches, like 6-man also. 6-man is a different way. That's difficult. That's more the tag team is easier than the 6-man. It's harder to get that going. But you know, again, if everybody's on the same wavelength and nobody wants to steal spotlights from anybody else, then that's great. Any other a lot of stuff, and if you know, one last thing, you know, this you know, wrestling is great. I mean, you know, guys. I had a lot of fun the last couple of days, you know, and here, and it's always get a kick out of, you know, of what you're doing here, and you know, I enjoy watching you guys doing what you're doing, and also I have a lot of respect, because it's a lot of risk here, you know, a lot of it's dangerous, we all know it. You know, it's not an easy thing, you know, but it's very easy thing, but it's an extreme sport here, you know, and what's that? exactly. There's a lot of risk here, you know, so you can break your neck. And respect is what I have for you guys here, because I know I've been there, and I know, you know, what can happen there. And there's so many moves. I mean, people think, you know, that we're all there, we spend all afternoon preparing, you know, like Cirque du Soleil, you know, like we prepare our moves all afternoon for that one night, you know. Look, you know, sometimes you go there, you don't even know who you're working with, and okay, you're okay, let's go, and you know, you try some moves, and you know, everything happens fast, and man, I've witnessed accidents in there, and I'm sure as you guys have, and not just telling stories about some guy that understands, you know, so many stories like that, where guys get hurt with some really. I mean, the guys, you know, and like I said, I have a lot of respect for what you do, and it's fun, and I wish you best of luck in what you're doing, and great success, and hopefully that little few things you can, you know, get a few points from what I said this afternoon and help you in getting a better matching, better comprehension of this business. All right? Okay, guys. The Martel, and you're watching right now SPW TV. Yeah.